What a great book that I read last night. I was laughing off my butt, man. This I wish I read it sooner. It's very motivational. Now, if you're here for motivational stuff, if you like motivational stuff, or maybe you need just a little push, maybe you just need smart like mine. Well, I actually want to like do me a little bit. Like, I want to like joke sometime on these videos. Like, I don't want to be always all so serious. It's like when you watch the Dark Knight. You know, everybody know the Batman, right? It's like you see the Joker. He's like, why so serious? And then he'll be like, you know how I got this car? All right, today, if you have lost faith in yourself like I have off the trail sometime, or maybe most of the time you're off the trail. Maybe life hits you on the blind side, like Les Brown says. Maybe maybe you wasn't born lucky. Maybe you don't have luck. Maybe you curse. Um, uh, 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 Maybe you think that you're cursed. Now, whether you're of faith or you're with any, I don't. For me, whether you're, I was thinking about what he say is truly inspiring. When it, well, not say, but he written the book. Whether you think that you're no good to deserve whatever you life have to offer, most of the time, I think that we sometimes think that life is in our way, but life never is in our way. Most of the time, we're in our own way. We're like our own worst enemy sometimes. And sometimes ah, I feel like I sometimes I ask God, why? Why? Sometimes we blame ourselves like, why does this happen to me? Right? Why not you? Like Les Brown said, right? Um, whether let's say you're uh old, right? And you say, I don't have time left. You do have time. Think of the guy who I don't know much about the story, but I hear a lot. The guy who created KFC, Carno, what was it? I forgot his name. Should buy his book. But he was old, but he made it. Um, I think that success and happiness is whatever I think that's meaningful to you, not what others say what it mean um, to you. Success to some people are seeing their family happy and trying their best to see them smile. Maybe um, uh, the guy who I admire for relationship advice, his name is Lennon Arnold. I admire him for he looks so happy, um, doing the things for his family, and I appreciate that from him. I really do appreciate him. You don't know that I really do appreciate him that much. I really look up to him. I think that um, I think I think that this motivate me to get out of my comfort zone a little bit because I'm uncomfortable some of the time, most of the time, talking about the subject that interests me. Most of the time. Oh, what does have to do with this? It's your time. Well, yeah, I will get into it, but I'd rather tell you uh, things that I'm uncomfortable. There are people who are. I don't know if you're. My channel is about personal growth, law of attraction, spiritual stuff. I mean, I'm spiritual, but not to the degree that most people think I am. Spiritual, you have to define what spiritual means to you. Mine is just it's different. um, I'm free from the limitation that we hold on to what it means. I'm no longer in bondage. I'm not in bondage. Well, to the degree that we are in bondage by the limitation that we have set on ourselves, the way we use our imagination, the way we use our brain, we are in bondage. Most people are prisoners of their own mind. They create heaven or hell. in your own mind. They only themselves. If they know that they're in the prison, they better know that they're in the prison. Um, but it is their own mind that create that circumstances. Uh, they cut themselves from realizing their true potential. And I have a chapter called "You're Closer Than God." You know, this guy's pretty funny. Um, I realized that I come to realize I can provide more than I mean not provide more. I could give more value than I thought I could. I thought that no one really need my what was it, knowledge, but most do. Most that I hear a problem, I can actually solve it. It's very because I have done it before. But other one would be like uh, uh, what I'm in, like, for instance, I would like to do more of like a relationship type books because I used to study it back when I was going to toward personal development. I think that would help a lot of people because you weren't given a manual for life, right? You weren't given a manual. Most people think that school prepares us to face reality, but I don't think school actually uh, give us the tools, the manual to live life. I mean, they don't really teach. They give you general subject, but which have absolutely nothing with life. I mean, I think that in my opinion, school should have teach us and given us a manual on. I mean, there've been stuff on relationship. There's been stuff on communication. I mean, those things are most important things in aspect of life because we deal with human being all the time. We interact with them, and it would have give us the tools to be able to, you know, people say they prepare us you to um, um, what life has to offer or to be able to pull out the potential. No, not really. So instead of talking about that today, I want to I dog-eared this page and it was really motivation. And he talked about God a lot. If you're um you can call it whatever you want it to call. Some call it people call it universe, God, divine mind, whatever you want to call it. The scriptures say all of our days has been written in God's books. He already recorded every part of your life from beginning to end. God knows every disappointment, every loss, every challenge. The good news is that your stories end in victory. Your final chapter include with your fulfilling God-given destiny. Here's the key when you go through disappointment, when you go through a loss. Don't stop on that page. Keep moving forward. There's another chapter in front of you. Sometimes we miss opportunity because are so focused on what didn't work out. Whether it's a marriage that failed or a job you lost, you must leave it and move forward. You've been on that page long enough. You reread that story 450 times. Let it go. Move on to the next chapter God has written. You may not understand everything you went through, but if you just keep pressing forward, not letting the bitterness take you root, you will come to a chapter in your future that will pull it all together. A chapter will make sense of all. You know, as I reread that, um, uh, well, I guess you could call it this morning, but it's like around like three something ish or four. Now here's the thing. You hear what it said, right? The good news is that your story ends in victory. Okay, here we go. Let me talk about this. A lot of people write their story of how it's going to end and not in victory. How they write that story that they won't make it, that nothing will good will come to them. Matter of fact, good things do come. I can testify that. Good things do come to you if you believe. Um, Good things and victories. Victory is however you want it to be. Whatever put a smile on your face. Whatever make you dance and get out of bed and do something that inspire you. This book inspired me, so that's why I do it, because it's fun and I wish I have read this, but maybe it's a good thing. Maybe that this book renew my faith, renew the story that my story of my past does not have to become me of the present today. It doesn't have to become my future. As most of the time, most of the time, what's the funny thing is, back in the past, back when it was 2011, when I got my heart broken, I I I was angry with the world, okay? I was angry with the world. I asked, why did this happen to me? Why did this event? It looked so devastating back then, and I reread that chapter so many times, and I I closed off my heart to people, and I didn't want to talk to people because it hurt so bad. Like, I when I was hurting, I had to, like, the thing is, nobody know my story about my personal Facebook. My personal Facebook, I remember I created like Facebook, and I during the hard time, I I nobody wanted to hear it, but I did because it's kind of personal, um, because I didn't want to deal with Facebook. So sometimes I turn it. I You can't really delete Facebook, so deactivate it. It's called deactivation. But I I tell it's funny that the story that I tell, like how my broke up with me, and I tell that so many stories, right? And I couldn't move on. I I I was in bondage. I was a prisoner of my own mind. I reread the chapter over and over, asking why did this happen? And you know, I was blaming myself, and I wanted, you know, you know many times I want to say I wanted to, you know, not live anymore. It was very dark time for me those days. I remember, I couldn't. I wanted to sleep. I sleep. I sleep, and I never wanted to wake up in reality. I think that's what, for most people, they don't want to wake up to reality, because they know that reality is not what people promise them. Reality isn't we thought it was promised by the teachers and the authorities in this society. They teach us that, if they listen to society, if they just do this thing right, then they will guarantee a successful life. But we all know that guarantee, those things. That's why people keep up with the Jonases. They 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 there are a lot of books talk about a lot of things, and I wish that I knew that people would understand that it is about personal growth and personal mindset. It's a mindset. It's a mind game that we play. So if you have reread your story so many times, I think it's time to that rip that page out and throw it out. It was it's gone. You can't take it back. But we act like it was in the present. So we play that story long ago. I play a lot of long ago. Now I don't have it anymore. I used to um, go out, just walk, and I would see the picture. I would see pictures or the memories of my ex, and I would memorize it unconsciously, sometimes consciously, but unconsciously. And I miss those moments. My tears come down, and those moments are gone. It's only a memory in my mind. So those things that we lost, we didn't really lose it. It's just that it was for our growth. Now, if you feel like dark time are here, it's time to renew that faith. So let's say, okay, so oh man, I've been rambling. Okay, God wants to breathe new life into you. He wants to breathe new hope into your heart. You may be you're maybe about to give up on a marriage, on a child, on a goal, on a lifelong goal. But God wants you to hold on. He said that if you get your second win, if you will put on a new attitude and press forward like you head down the final stretch, you'll see Him begin to do amazing things. Tune out the negative message. Quit telling yourself I'm never landing back on my feet financially. I'm never breaking this addition. I never landing a better job. When you're a prisoner of something, it's like you're chained to it. You can't get away from it. I know people who are prisoner of fears, prisoner of worry, prisoner of doubt. You heard them. Nothing ever good happened to me. It's never changing. Show it's just been too long. They're chained to despair and discouragement. Break those chains. Become a prisoner of hope. No matter how long it takes, no matter how impossible it looks, your attitude should be, I just can't help it. I know it will work out. I know I will overcome it. It may be taking a long time, but I knew this too shall pass. It may be difficult, but I know that means I'm closer to my victory. Today is the day. Rewards await you if you stay steadfast in your faith. Is it today the day for you to accomplish your goal, to land your dream job, to find love, to restore your health? You're closer than you think to a better life, a richer relationship, a healthy body. Don't let doubt ruin your optimistic spirit. If someone said to you, "What is it with you? What makes you think everything will work out?" Do you really believe you will always succeed? Just tell the doubter, "I don't think it will happen. I know it will happen. I'm a prisoner of hope. I can't get away from it. I just can't make myself get negative. I just can't make myself complain. Hope feeds my faith and let lift my spirits." The doubter may say, "Well, I don't know why. I saw a medical report. It doesn't look good for you. You may you may not see any of this in natural. It may not look like it will come to pass, but that's okay." The scripture said, "We'll walk by faith and not by sight." That means we don't have to see it to believe it. It's just the opposite. If we believe it, then we'll see it. Take your dreams and the promise God has put in your heart, and every day declare that they will come to pass. Just say something like, "Father, I want to thank you that my payday is coming." Ah! Ah! You said no good will you said no good will no good thing will you withhold, because I'm walk upright, and I believe even right now you're arranging things in my favor. Are you a person of fear, worry, self-pity, negativity? Break those chains and become a person of hope. Expect God's favor. Believe that He's working in your favor even right now. God has put dreams and desire in you. Put it in your mind and your heart. Well, He didn't say that. I just believe it. We all have goals we want to accomplish and situations we want to believe we will turn around. But often when it's taking a long time and things are not working out, it's easy to lose our enthusiasm. That's when negative thoughts come saying, "It will never change. You will never get well." Sorry. "You will never climb out that child will never straighten up." If you listen to those negative thoughts, you will likely become discouraged and give hope on your dreams. Many times we miss out on God's best because we give in too soon. We don't realize how close we are to victory. Hold on to your faith another days of believing, and another weeks of doing the right thing, or another month of staying in faith, and you will see the promise come to pass. Right now, you are so close to seeing that situation turn around. That answer you've been praying about this is just about right around the corner. You can't afford to get discouraged. You can't afford to give up right now. Out now. That's what the scripture in Hebrew 10:35 it tells us not to cast away our confidence, for it will be richly rewarded. That's saying if we still will stay in faith, if we keep believing, keep hoping, keep doing the right thing, God promised there will be a reward. One translation said, in fact, don't get discouraged. Pity is coming. When you're tempted to get down, things are not going your way. You need to keep telling yourself this may be hard. It may be a long time, but I know God is a faithful God. And I will believe, knowing my payday is uh, on its way. Whenever life grows difficult and pressures turn up, that is a sign that your time is near. When lies bombard your mind, when you're most tempted to get discouraged, and when you feel like throwing in the towel, that's the time, not the time to give up. That's not the time to break down. That's the time to dig in your heels, put a new attitude. You're closer than you think. You may have lots of things come against you. I know sometimes it seems like the more you pray, the more worse it gets. You do the right thing, but get the wrong results. Maybe you're treating somebody kindly and respectfully, but they've been unkind and discouraged to you. These things will be said, forget it. You don't have to put up with this. This marriage never work. Never be able to raise this child. I don't like this job. Stop getting discouraged. Instead of going around all sour, you need to have this attitude say, I've come too far to this now. Stop now. I've been through too much to back then. I realize the pressure has been turned up because I'm about to give birth to my dreams. They were so concerned, but I told them what I'm telling you. The reason the pressure has been turned up is because you're closer to your victory. The enemy would not be fighting so hard if he didn't know he was about to lose his grip on his child. If you keep believing, keep hoping, keep doing the right thing, if you stay strong for that final push, your situation will turn around. You see that promise come to pass. I have one note on this one. A lot of people did the right thing. A lot of people. A lot of people do the right thing, and yet, why they aren't getting the results that they want, it's because they did the right thing because of what they have been told. Right? What they've been told is not the right thing. See, everybody believe that if they do this, their life will be better. But that's, most successful entrepreneur know that is not true. Because you need to break the chain of habits and the rules of mind. You see, I don't know if you know Richard Branson. I remember I listened to his talk. He says, in his opinions, rules are meant to be broken, not laws, but rules. Rules of the value that people hold. Rule that maybe people not don't believe in this type of stuff. But you see, those people are cuffed in the bypass of what it used to be. So they play the story. It's going to be this way until the end of their days. They believe that. But they know that, let's say you were born and maybe you got teenager and then adolescence. Wait, well, they're the same. Teenager, and then you grow and you see that things change, don't you? Things don't stay the same, but we act like it does. So people hold the rules and value of the past. So they're chained it by the reality of the past. So they cannot let go of the past. People believe in those things of the past. But we know that we're in 2018. We know that the future is full with technology where AI could become Terminator. Yesterday I was watching Terminator where John Connor, it's not the old Terminator, it's the was it Terminator Geyser? Uh, John Connor, basically the Skynet rewrite the future. Well, Well, it's complicated. Basically, rewrite. Um, because I was thinking about because he the Skynet did something to John Connor. Um, but everything just been rewritten. Everything that we know about Terminator, it's no more. So what if we had the ability to create a future in our mind today? What if we create that future and design it? Not by hope, not by wishing it to happen, but what if we design it in the future and now? What the future would hold? What the future look like? And then we reverse engineer that into the present moment. Step by step, we get ahead. Step by step, we move forward. Step by step, we have courage to act on it. And I know that sometimes maybe our dream doesn't happen right away. Maybe maybe it take longer a while. Me, my dream does is happening, but my other dreams it's taking a little bit a while. But I still press forward. Um, I do care, but I would say I don't care. But I always tell people, even if I have all this discouragement, even if I have all the rejections, I do have rejections, mind you, from uh, uh, famous people. Well, of well, if you didn't turn famous, of, but not famous as in America, but other famous too. And so, what do I do with it? Well, I cry, I tell, but at the end of the day, I move forward because I would say it's a great story to tell because most people would get discouraged and give up on their dream too soon. I'm still gonna do interviews. I'm still gonna do my dream regardless. It's just that it's tough, right? And then people say, "Oh, if you say it's tough, it's going to be tough for you." Hey, trust me, you have no idea, man. It's like I'm dealing with like Les Browns and stuff like that. Like, oh no, no, you can't do that. No. Anyway, it's time to renew that faith. It's time to press forward. Yesterday, maybe you had a bad relationship, but I promise you, you will find a good one. But you have to start. It got to start with you. You got to start to change you to find better you. Um, it's us. It start with you. That's it. I do book review. I do interviews. I do spiritual stuff too. Um, and I very have. If you sometimes get offended, then that's okay. I mean, I said that's okay. Don't. That's not okay if you get. But I'm saying I have very strong opinions about things because it's. You know what? It's true. I do give my opinion, but there are also not just opinion. It's how I experience it too. It's my how it was. So I like to tell the story. Now, anyway, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.